Hey everyone, this is going to be a guide on how to easily defeat Phrike in Returnal. At this point in the game, there are only 3 types of weapons you'll be able to use: pistols, shotguns, and carbines. While you're still learning Phrike's move, you're going to want to keep your distance from him, so for beginners, the best option would be to take a carbine into the fight. A pistol will definitely do the job, but doesn't usually do as much damage. There will always be a pistol above the boss room next to the hole, so if that pistol is stronger than your current weapon, then absolutely take it. And finally, when fighting the bosses in this game, you want to prioritize avoiding the boss's attack more than doing damage. With that out of the way, let's talk about Phase 1. Phrike is always going to start Phase 1 with the same 3 attacks, and that will be a blue homing attack, followed by purple falling spears, and then red sphere shots. To avoid the homing attack, you're going to want to wait before performing your dodge. Stick to one direction, and once the first few shots go past you, dodge and you can start shooting while continuing to move and dodge the homing attack. Avoiding the purple spheres is easy if you're a good distance away. You'll just have to be careful not to walk into a sphere as you shoot. The trickiest part about the purple sphere is that he combines it with other attacks. For the red spheres, as long as you're a good distance away, you can just walk in one direction, then switch directions right as he finishes his first beam to dodge his attacks. You can do this while shooting, and if you do it correctly, you won't even need to dodge. While getting used to the boss's attacks, you'll want to stay a good distance away, so when you see him go into the ground, stop shooting and run as fast as you can to the opposite side from where he's going. The only other attack you'll see him do in Phase 1 is shoot a vertical laser. You can tell he's about to do this attack when he sucks these lasers into his face. If you want, you can simply avoid this attack by dodging. If you dodge before he starts shooting the laser, he can change directions and still hit you, so be careful. I would strongly advise that instead of dodging, you get in the habit of jumping then dodging, because this will give you more time to react to the laser, and it will prepare you to dodge another attack with the same tell in Phase 2. So let's start talking about Phase 2. Phrike will always start Phase 2 with purple spheres, a vertical laser, and a homing attack followed by a new move that I'm about to explain. He's going to suck in lasers and particles will form vertically above him. This is how you can tell he's about to shoot a circular laser across the ground. However, every single time he does this, he will immediately dash at you afterwards to hit you with a melee attack, and trust me, the melee hurts more than the laser. He does do the melee attack without the laser too, so be very careful, and you know he's about to melee when he crouches down and his arm turns red. To dodge this attack, you're either going to want to dodge backwards after he starts dashing, or wait for him to stop moving, and then dodge immediately. Don't get in the habit of dodging forwards, because this can lead you to getting hit by a circular laser. After he performs his melee, it's a good idea to just not shoot, and focus on running away from him immediately so you can prepare for his next attack. The last new attack in Phase 2 would be the horizontal laser. It has the same tell as the vertical laser, which is why I told you to get in the habit of jumping to dodge these attacks. It always goes from left to right, and you can either jump over it or dodge through it. I usually jump and dodge in mid-air just to be safe. One last note for Phase 2 is that his red sphere attack shoots more burst than it does in Phase 1. Phase 3 is the final phase, and there aren't any new attacks, but every attack now has a variation to it. This is basically going to be putting all your skills to the test and bringing every single attack up a notch to make sure you've mastered Phrike's moveset. Be careful at the beginning of Phase 3 because he will always melee 2 times in a row. This will be followed with purple spheres on the ground radiating outwards while shooting his homing attack in bursts. There are a lot of small differences in Phase 3, so bear with me here. First off, when you see him go underground, don't take your eye off of him. When he pops up, he's going to do a melee attack now. The purple spheres now have 2 layers to them, so they do last longer. And his horizontal laser attack will go from left to right, but then he will come back the other way, so you're going to have to jump over it again. It'll be a second before he starts shooting the other way, so don't immediately jump when he stops at the other side. His radial laser attack will now shoot 2 circles out. After his melee, he will almost always start doing his red sphere move, so you're going to want to dodge his melee and immediately start running to the opposite side while dodging the double lasers. Speaking of the red spheres, they have less time between each burst now, so you're going to want to start using the dodge button to dodge these. The best way I've done this is by dodging when half of the orbs have flown by you. And these are all the variations. The thing to keep in mind is that he will never do the Phase 1 and 2 variations in Phase 3, so you won't have to worry about confusing which attack he's going to do. And with all of that, you should be able to take down Phrike with some practice. If this guide helped you, let me know by giving the video a like, and if you need any more help, feel free to ask in the comments below. This has been Flaffy at Brink, and good luck everyone.